Let's check out this high-grade Guncannon Doan Islands version. It is one heck of a kit for a high grade. Let's see how we got here. Welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out a new kit, one that I didn't really plan on picking up, but I'm glad I did. This is the high-grade Guncannon from Doan's Island. I believe that's how you pronounce it. When it comes to the Guncannon, I'm not the biggest fan of the design. Don't hate me, please. I don't dislike it, but out of the OG like white base like lineup, this was definitely my least favorite. I definitely liked the gun tank and obviously the Granddaddy Gundam a little bit more than this guy. But not to say that it's bad, it's just a very different design. But one thing that intrigued me about this guy was a lot of the extra detail in this version versus the like OG version. But don't forget, we're doing a giveaway. You guys have till the end of the week to get your post in over on the Discord. If you haven't yet, go watch this video here talking about kind of the requirements to get into the giveaway. You guys have a week left. Don't forget to join the Discord. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's hop into it. The box shows quite a few different action poses you can get with this guy. I'm really excited to see kind of how this pans out. This is interesting. I know this is kind of his mounted gun cannon mode. I'm excited for that. The box also shows two of these guys, so I'm guessing you could probably get a whole army of these suckers and just go crazy with the gun cannons. It looks like we also have some gun missiles maybe there on the box, so excited about that. Over here on the other side, it does talk about Doan Kurukura's Island a little bit as well. The box art looks kind of sick though. I definitely might have to check it out. I like that art style a lot. It kind of looks like Origin a little bit, so definitely have to check that out. But let's check this out. The build for this guy is pretty simple. Kind of puts up together like your average typical high grade. Nothing unique, nothing too crazy, just a lot of polycaps and joints, but it does it pretty effectively and I like it a lot. You know, I gotta say, for the Guncannon, which I'm typically not a fan of, this guy does look pretty darn slick. The only problem is he's got seam lines out the wazoo. Over on the arm, on the middle crease of the shoulder, that's a seam line, but they hide it as a kind of a panel line. On the back of the legs, you can see there's quite a few different seam lines there. And then on the arm, that little bottom piece of the wrist, that's a seam line, really nasty one. And then up on the head as well, you got a pretty big seam line. So if you want to practice your seam line removal, this is the kit for that. Something that kind of surprised me with this guy is just how articulate he really is for just the standard high grade build. You know, he's got polycaps and joints, but the way they are put in, it works really well. Like for the arm here, it's got a full 360 because of its ball joint and polycap. Then on the arm itself, it's got an extra little side to side motion because of the shoulder piece. And then of course it can still do a 360 spin at the shoulder hinge as well. But don't get your expectations too high. You're still just getting a 90-degree elbow bend, so nothing crazy there. The wrist as well has a full 360 spin because again it's just on a polycap, so the arm's pretty darn good for how simple they really are. Another area that is pretty simple but does a whole lot with it is the head up here. You're not getting very much side to side motion because the head is kind of cut off by these side armor pieces here. It's kind of unfortunate, but what is not unfortunate is how much up tilt you're getting with this guy. Look at that extension on the neck. You are getting a whole lot of movement. There's master grades that don't even have that type of neck movement. Pause. But really though, you really can get a lot of up and down movement. Just don't expect too much from the side to side with that. Moving right along to the torso, you are getting a nice full 360-degree spin, again because it's just on one polycap, but you're also getting quite a bit of flex at the bottom half of the torso as well. Not a lot on the back, but a lot going forward, so again, a lot of master grades that don't even have that type of flex. Pretty nice. Down to the legs, you're getting a nice kind of 90-degree upwards tilt with the leg. And on the back, it's unfortunately not going to go nearly as far. It gets caught on that back armor right there. But with that knee, you are going to get some pretty nice kicks because it is a double jointed knee, both at the thigh and at the calf, so pretty nice there. And something else that's kind of crazy is this foot. It's got a weird joint that I've not really ever seen where it kind of disconnects. The whole foot just kind of disconnects from the rest of the the ankle joint there. Not a lot side to side, but you're going to get a lot of up and down. Again, this kit, not a lot of side to side, but a lot of up and down. And you can get some pretty interesting poses. Like here, we can almost do a reverse Michael Jackson pose with him going almost all the way full forward here. Pretty nice. So pretty decent articulation all around, just not a lot of side to side with it. This is everything that comes in the box. Not a whole lot. You're going to get the kind of standard beam rifle with a little bit of a difference in the way it looks. It still is just one base color, unfortunately, just that base gray with that little bit of yellow for the scope. It's got that awesome holding hand that some high grades have. You are going to get, of course, the rocket backpack, I suppose, that just clips on with these two little connectors on the back, which is pretty nice. I'm assuming it can connect with a lot of other pieces from other high grades as well, because many of them use that 2-point connector. Clicks on just like so. Looks pretty cool as well. I like all the extra detail on the missiles as well. They're very I guess detailed. It also helps that there's like 3 different types of grays on this, so it really does look nice. I'd really like to try this out on a couple other high grades, honestly, just for how unique and how, I hate to say it again, detailed some of these parts are. Like, look at those. Man, a little bit of customizing, a little bit of paint would go a long way on those. But besides the missiles, of course, you have the iconic gun cannons that go on the back. Same thing there. And these are pretty nice because they have these little, I don't know what you call them, kind of moving parts that can help kind of move the gun cannon. Sorry for my really, really amazing commentary on these, but look, yeah, there it is. They go up and down and up and down. They're really nice. Fit on well, they're not too heavy, so they don't affect the weight or the balance of the kit at all. So really nice little bits, but again, you're not getting a whole lot, just the 2 different backpacks and the hands. There is a pair of wide open hands that you get as well. And let's go ahead and try out, poses are going to be next, but let's go ahead and try out this, because this was the pose I was interested in trying with this kit. And yeah, the gun cannon looks like it's ready to take shots from the back. So yeah, awesome. Because of his really interesting articulation, you're going to get some really interesting poses with this guy. He can really, honestly, do a lot of poses that most high grades can't do, and even some master grades struggle with some of these poses. Again, because of the nice double articulated knees, you're going to get some pretty awesome stuff. And I also did a couple for my shorts here, so I'll just let these kind of play out. See, he's very expressive. He's a very expressive Gunpla. You're going to get a lot of cool stuff out of him. Definitely recommend getting some cool poses with this guy. Overall, for what this kit is, it's hard to really give it too many knocks other than some of the side-to-sides in the feet and then the head. I gotta give this guy probably like a 3 out of 5, maybe even a 4 out of 5. It's that good. Overall, I like this dude a lot. He's kind of cool for what he is. Pretty small and compact compared to some other high grades. Maybe that's just because it's Universal Sentry. Not sure. I'm gonna like this guy a lot more in about a month or so, though. If you're involved in the Gunpla community, you might have seen that Zako really has posted this video here going over a contest he's gonna be doing where he wants summer-themed custom Gunpla. That's what we're gonna do with this guy. I've got some different ideas that I wanna do involving maybe some like coconuts up here on these shoulders. They kind of look like coconuts almost. So we're gonna do some customs on this guy over the next month or so. Really interested to see how he turns out. I've never really done a themed custom before, and we're gonna do a little diorama, which will also be my first time doing that. So make sure you subscribe if you wanna see that, because I'll be posting the journey kind of along doing that. So yeah, either way, that kind of about wraps it up for this guy. Really cool kit. Excited to see where it goes from here, though, and I appreciate you guys watching. See you guys next time. Peace.